Oh, beauties, how are you on this lovely morning? It's not lovely. It's not lovely. We've got another grey day. I own another one. Look, it's another grey day. Anyway, I popped on to the response of the video yesterday. It was greatly received, so there are some downsides to van life. There's a lot of downsides to van life, but we're going to go into that later, because there's also good points of living in a van, and I want to get them across on this video as well. But last night's live went fantastic. I could have carried on, but I was getting no comments through. They just stopped on the last comment, something about having a wee in a canal, or do you empty your wee in the canal? I don't know what the question was now, I can't remember. I've been asleep since then, haven't I? But yeah, there was just no comments coming through. So I'm going to do another live tonight at 7 o'clock and see if it's in the settings, if it's something that I touched or whatever. Because fat fingers and little phones don't really go together. It is what it is. Anyway, Saturday morning. I think we're on the 18th. And I'm, as you see, I've got Richard and Matt just over there. Yeah, they was on the live last night. It was a good live. I really enjoyed it. But today we're at a location. Well, I done a live last night. Was we're at Naseby. You know, history, Battle of Naseby, 1645. If you're interested in that sort of thing, then carry on watching, because I'm going to give you a little look round. It's a lovely area to come and visit. I don't use it very often. When I'm local, maybe once a fortnight, if that. But it is a local spot that I use. But if you're into your history and you want to come and have a look, the car park's massive. Well, it's big enough for you. There's not a lot of traffic up and around this area, as you'll see if you put it in your sat nav. I'm going to take you outside and have a look, and we'll have a look at the car park, and I'll give you some shots of the yeah, the little posts and the notice boards. That's the one. That's the one. It's hard work this morning, sorry people. Anyway, let's have a look outside. Oh no, I'm coming, hang about. I was just having a swig of me tea. Anyway, this is my car park. I think I'm zoomed in a bit. Hang about, because I'm on that new long pole. Am I out? Yeah, I think I am. I don't know. Anyway, let me spin you around and I'll show you around the car park and where, well, just follow me for a minute. We've got Richard and Matt over there, as you can see. It's a nice sized car park. There's my diesel heater running in the background. As you can see, we've got notice boards. Well, you can't see. There's rubbish bins. You can see the rubbish bins. Come on. And above the rubbish bins, there's some boards. So what we're going to do, we're going to spin you around now. I mean, look at it. It's a lovely little area. Anyway, let me spin you around and we'll go and have a look and see what the boards are and that. And I'm back. So that's the sort of size of the car park. We've got a couple of rubbish bins, as you can see. We've got Matt and Richard are just over there. Let's go and have a look and see what these signs are. Pity it's not a clear day, because you could see for miles, but once again, it's a fail. That's not a very busy road that runs up there, but that's the upside shot of it. Here's Matt's dog. Matt's just on his way out. Hello, sweet Pete. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Just having a run around. Right, let's have a look at this, at these boards for you. I'll get in as much as I can, but I really can't see, so you'll have to pause or zoom in or do something. I'll try and get as much as I can of it. So pause if you're interested. Let's have another look. Yeah, it's a shame that you can't see anything, but we've got the flag. There's a little bit of woodland over there. There's Matt's van and he's talking, wandering about. Here we go. Let's get your next signing, people. Let's get your next signing. I don't want to bore you stupid, but there you go. Pause if you're interested. At whatever stage you want to pause it at. I hope you can see that, or make head and a tail of it. How lovely is that? There is a road quite close, but it's not a very used road. You can hear the A14 in the background. And yeah, Matt's out and over there. I'm going to go and have a word with Matt. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a walk round the Naseby car park. It was all right. It's bleeding cold out there. I'm telling you, it's saying it's 0 and it feels like -3. Well, let me tell you, it feels like -5. I don't know about -3. Too close, too close. Yeah, so let's get on to this point about the good sides of van life, because it's not all bad. The good side is you can move where you want to move. You can, if you see an area or you think it don't look right for you, then move. If you feel you're in a soul's going, oi, you don't want to be parking here, then don't park there. There are beautiful places to find all up and down the country. Around your local areas, you know, you need to get out and try to see if you've got to try to see if you like it. If you don't like it, you won't like it. But there are good things. You can move. You can choose your neighbours or not to have neighbours. So in that respect, it gives you more freedom. There are benefits to living in a van, like no gas, no electric, no water bills, no your normal household bills, no council tax, no rent. But you need gas for your cooking appliances. Or if you've got enough solar and you're on induction hobs and electric air fryers, then you're laughing, but that costs a lot of money to be up to that stage. I'm paying for a 13 kilo bottle of gas. I pay £55. In Scotland it was £45. But that £55 will do me around 3 to 4 months. So it's not extortionate. It's cheaper than a house. Now you need diesel for travelling. You also need diesel for a diesel heater. I mean, I've got a Truma gas central heating as a backup if I need it. And people reckon, you know, running that to running a diesel heater is about equivalent, but you can get diesel everywhere, so it's an easier commodity to get up and fill up your diesel heater. And of course you're saving on the gas. Cost wise, I don't know what it is. I think it works out around about the same, but having two forms of eating, you're definitely going to need two forms of eating. You don't know what happens. You know, one goes down, you need a second form of eating. And cooking. I have a little single gas stove. If my gas runs out, I can pull that out from the wardrobe and make a cup of tea. It's no bother until I can get to the garage. So that's a plus point. You'll have more money by not paying rent and council tax and your household bills. I mean, it's cheaper to heat a van than what it is to heat an house. It's cheaper to heat a van than what it is a room. So it's down to size, what size van you want to live in. You know, I prefer a little bit of room. I like the A-class because the pull down bed, and my bed's made up all the time and I can just push it up out the way. But some, like, you know, rear bedrooms with garage underneath for self builds and that sort of thing. Whatever turns you on. It's a small space, it's easy to eat. That's a pro. You're not going to go cold. Being homeless, on the other hand, if you haven't got a property like I haven't, or a lot of the van lifers, we haven't got a property. We don't have that luxury. You save on rent and council tax, but you spend on diesel and insurance. It swings and roundabouts, and it's how long you stay in each area. I mean, if I go to, say, Thetford, I want to be there at least a month. If I go to Scotland, I want to be there for at least 2 months around that area, because that keeps my mileage down once I'm there. And you can move about accordingly throughout the country. There's always parking spots. Now, I use Park for Night for simplicity, and I can see the reviews, and it's simple for me. But you'll need Google Earth, because if you're like me, you're looking for a chemist, or you're looking for your prescriptions, or you're looking for a park up in your area, you know, local to where you're situated, it's a big help. So Park for Night and Google Earth is the way to go. Now, when you need a chemist for your prescriptions, you need to be able to zoom in on that street to see is there any parking? Is it double yellow lines? Is it in the middle of a town centre? I'm in a motorhome. I need to be pretty close to it, or get close to it, to have me prescriptions sent to that chemist. So you need to know the layout of the chemist. Can you park outside? Is there a parking area? It's common sense. The same as a laundrette. You can find a laundrette. Is there parking? Where I don't want to be carrying me washing 3 mile up a bleeding road to do me washing. So you've got to, you know, you use your Google Earth or whatever you're looking for, whether it's a chemist or whether it's a laundry. Google Earth will show you the road works, you know, the road systems. Can I park there? That's the main thing. And then, of course, there's accidental finds as you're driving somewhere. That looks a nice spot. I think I'll try it out. Sorry, it's somebody else. I can see a red flashing light. Yeah, so they're the biggest helps to me, is Google Earth and Park for Night. There's other sites, search for sites. I also use what 3 words to map me location, so I know, you know, what park ups I want. Every park up I go to and is safe and good, I'll stick it in my personal map, so I know exactly. I can go, right, I'm going over to Thetford, where am I going? And it's simple. It's simple. And of course, living in a van, it's a nomad life. We don't have houses or homes to go to. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts. So we're rather unfortunate by not having an address, and we have to use things like a care of address, either your family's address for where you can receive your driving licence for DVLA and your insurance. Other than that, you don't need nothing. Nobody needs to know anything. At your bank, obviously, because cards. So, you know, you need a care of address for them. You can never be free. I'll tell you that now. I mean, there's things like emails. I've got an email address. What do I need an actual address for? Bank, DVLA and insurance. That's what you need an address for. And you can never get out of that. So you're all entrapped, really. And there ain't no escape. There ain't no escape. If you ain't got an address, then you ain't getting insurance, you ain't getting a driving licence, you ain't getting a bank account. It's simple as that. So care of address is the only way to go. I don't look at van life as a choice. Nobody wanted to get into this. It's circumstances that push you into van life. You know, you can't afford to live in a property. If I lived in a flat, I would be really struggling to heat that flat. I'd be struggling for putting food on the table daily. What are you gonna do? So nomad life for me has worked out rather well. Like I say, it's not for everybody. Nobody wants to do that, really. You know, you'd rather have an house and be a weekend warrior. I would, because you've got a base. You've got somewhere to go back to. I mean, it's not all sunny days and happiness. But if you enjoy it and you enjoy your seasons, I like every season. I know winter can get you down a little bit, but every season, the option is yours. I mean, some of us didn't get an option, and that's the way it is, and that's why, you know, it's split. There are van lifers that are forced to live in the vans. That's the only way. It's one step up from being homeless and on the streets. What more can I say? So it's good and bad. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And that's about as simple as that. It's not as easy as everybody thinks it is. And yes, you can save some money. But of course, if you're saving money, you're not travelling. So you have to pick areas that you know that are close, and you can do it pretty cheaply, popping in for your local shopping, and you sit around areas. That's the way to save. That's the only way we can save, being a van life. When you're on a limited income, like your pension, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. If you want to do it, do it. It's not the be all and end all of everything, mate. You know what I mean? Anyway, love you to bits. I'm off. I want to get this one uploaded for you. And I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock. Love you to bits. Don't forget to do the nice things, like, subscribe, and all them things. Give the old boy an help out here. Just hit that little thumbs up, and a little comment would be nice. I love to hear from you. You make me day. You make me day. I'll catch you on the next one. Ta-ra for now.